Let's bring Doug Flynn in to see if he's one of the people talking about it. Certified financial planner, co-founder at Flynn Zito Capital Management. I don't even know if you are a Giants fan, are you? But what do you think of those uniforms? You see them?
They're pretty cool, actually. Yeah, no, I like the Giants.
Yeah.
I didn't like demand my family be Giants fans like I did Yankee fans. So my son's a Jets fan. So that's okay.
You like the
from New York.
throwback, though. You like the throwback thing.
I do like that. I do like that.
That's not a bad look. All right, now enough of that. We do actually have some breaking news in the world that you're here to talk to us about, the financial world. The Dow topping today 40,000 for the first time ever. Now, I don't think we're going to, where are we now? 39, there we go, 39,926, 27. So I don't think we're going to get it, but, you famously made us Dow 40,000 hats some time ago, and finally
That's
today
right.
we got to put them on, even though we won't probably close above it. I know round numbers, we make too much of this. We've both been doing this a long time. Everybody gets 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, but it gets people talking about a rising stock market.
It does. And so just a little throwback, here's that Dow 40,000 hat, by the way.
Okay.
But
I'll hold it up again. We were in I think we had a
Sure.
screen up.
Oh, sorry. Here's the Dow 40,000 hat.
Very nice.
And so what's great about that is that if you think about it, to get from 30,000 to 40,000, you needed 33%. But now, once we clearly get through 40,000 on our way to 50,000, you only need 25%. And then from 50 to 60, you only need 20%. So each milestone gets closer and closer. And I think that just means that I'm going to have to buy more hats sooner each time we do that. But it's the key is that this is just one index. And of course, we're also looking at the S&P 500, which was closing yesterday at all-time highs as well. And so we're right there. This is the first time we crossed that magic number. It is a milestone number. It's a round number. Everybody likes round numbers. But what does it mean? Nothing's really changed from yesterday to today. But the backdrop of this is that we did have really good earnings in for the first quarter, better than anyone expected. And then we had that recent low inflation an airy number yesterday. So we're looking a little bit better in the near term, and that's why we got this recent push past that.
Well, a couple of quick things. So first of all, the Dow is the Dow 30 for a reason. Only 30 stocks. These big companies supposed to represent our economy. Looking at the stocks that kind of led us to this mark, to near 40,000 and above it today, Walmart was on the list.
Yes.
Okay, huge American company. But what about this one? Boeing. This is the one-year chart of Boeing for all the issues with Boeing. Right at the end there, it's been rising again. So, I know the stock took a hit with all the issues it's had, but I wouldn't have thought that Boeing would even be on the list of stocks helping out at the end.
Yeah, only recently. I mean, year over year, it's actually been a hindrance. I mean, the Dow over the past year is I say only, it's only up 21%, where the S&P is up almost 30%.
True.
And year to date, the S&P is outpacing it. The Dow, because it is just those 30 stocks, it can get helped or hurt by just one. Where in the S&P 500, one stock, although it does make a difference, there are 499 other ones that also can weigh in there. So that's why most people like to look at the S&P. But the Dow has all the history. It has the long, over 100-year history, and it's easy to go back and look at that. And those milestones we do remember.
Let me make one more point about this, a big picture point. We have a chart of stocks, of the number of Americans holding stocks, right? Just that own stock in the stock market. And what's interesting about that, you see it there, it's going up. I think we're at an all-time high right now among Americans owning stocks. So, you and I have talked about how the president can't seem to get political credit for this market. Could be other reasons for that, and inflation's been stubborn. But, a lot of people are in the market on a relative basis, more than used to be. What do you make of that?
That's true. And a lot of that has to do with the 401ks, because if you go back far enough pre the 70s, a lot of people had more traditional pensions, and 401ks just came into existence. As the companies have shifted, all of that, retirement is on you, right? Do it yourself. You have to put more into the 401k. And many people, whether directly within the 401k or in those funds that they're using in there, are invested by proxy in the stock market. So they got a lot more in. And so we all do have a lot riding on the market. And the market, think about it. The market isn't some mysterious place. It's businesses and companies that if they make money over the long term, you'll participate.
Live look at the New York Stock Exchange. So, well, not as much celebration maybe as if we hit the round number, even if it's not. As you said, you're right, Doug. Nothing much changes yesterday versus today. We don't get to 40,000, but we topped it intraday for the first time. Thank you, Doug. Looks like we'll close a little bit below that as everybody around there is clapping at what has been a nice run for this market. All right.